Have slime obsidian and his most famous slime, ultraviolet. This is a clear texture slime. It's really great. It looks amazing under studio lighting. Under normal lighting, it just looks like this purpley red color that I'm about to show here. But under studio lights, it turns from a purple to a blue color the more you play with it. And this is a really great one just because it's so thick and obviously it films so well. The scam slime, however, came in a really weird packaging, to be honest. Like, it came in cling film. I've never received a slime in cling film before, and this actually stuck so much to it. It was made of a jelly texture instead of a clear one. That was the first thing I noticed. And the texture was also so flimsy in comparison to the real one. And I just think if they advertised it for what it was, which is like a jelly slime that kind of has a color shift, I would probably be quite impressed, especially with the price point. Rainbow Frost is a really new addition to Slime Obsidian's shop, so I was so shocked to see this in there, and this was really fun for me because it actually wasn't too bad. The presentation, again, was not great. It kind of had dye dropped on it, whereas the original had it all mixed in. It was also made with a different type of glue. This is clear glue, and the other one is a full-on cloud slime, which suggests it's made with white glue, and this is just a very old cloud slime. I could see this by just pulling it apart. It was just ripping, whereas the icy textures are a lot more sizzly. You do have to play with them quite slowly just because that texture kind of rips a lot, I find, in my experience. But with this cloud slime, like you can see here, it was just filled with snow, and it actually did make really nice drizzles. And cloud slime is so hard to make, so the shop is genuinely so talented. Like, all you need to do is get some containers and use your own pictures and you'll do so well. But obviously this wasn't what was advertised. It wasn't an icy slime. Also, this one was scented, like a strawberry sherbet slushy, I would say, whereas the other one wasn't scented. So also scents is a thing that people need to work on. But apart from that, both slimes were really nice. They were obviously just very different in texture and also presentation. Next up we have Stargirl V2, which was one of the first slimes that I ever tried from this slime shop, so I'm absolutely obsessed with it, as are many people. And like you can see here, the replica is actually very close. As close as I think a replica scam slime could be. Apart from the charms, they had these like weird discs in there, whereas the real thing had like these stars that were really nice. So I decided that I was just going to mix it up to see what the end color was, and it actually ended up looking really nice, but this had so much dye in it that it didn't drizzle like the previous card slime. It did after a while of mixing it in, but definitely not at first. And this turned into more of an electric blue color, whereas when you kind of pulled the other one, this pulled so smoothly. Like, it became a cloud slime immediately as soon as you pull it. This smelled like green apple. It was so fresh and it drizzled so slowly and smoothly. Also just felt so fluffy yet thick. It was just an amazing slime, and this obviously had a different end color as well. This one was a blue color and the original was a purple. Next up we have a package from Corn with Slime, and first up we have her birthday cake pop. Now this is a really cool one. It came in amazing packaging, unlike the replica slimes. Now the replica slimes came in a bubble mailer, but then inside it came in a do not bend package. So we're going to start off with the amazing slime that she gave me. The base is so thick and clicky. I was so impressed by this. It also smelled gorgeous, just like a birthday cake, but I love the additional add-in. Now this came on a cardboard stick, and on the top, I think it was made out of Daiso clay. It was so soft. It also didn't dry up at all, and it had loads of sprinkles on it. So when I mixed this in, I was expecting a sleigh slime, but somehow this made a proper butter slime, and I was so impressed with this because honestly, normally I don't really like sleigh slimes. I don't mind them, but they're not my favorite texture. But I let this sit for you guys overnight so you guys could see how amazing this turns. But like you can see, this is so clay heavy, and then the sprinkles all like sink to the bottom, so you get a lot of texture there, and I was just so obsessed with this slime. I love the color. And then next up I had to move on to the scam slime. Now this one I just didn't want to touch, in all honesty. The slime peeled off just like a sticker. It had black dots throughout. Like, it was generally just quite gross. And then when I felt it, it didn't even feel like a butter slime. And if you guys aren't aware of what makes butter slimes, it's just clay and slime. It's literally the easiest slime to make. And this just felt like it was made with tissues, in all honesty. When you mix in tissues to slime, sometimes it can create a butter effect. But it also had snow fallout, so I think there was probably some of that too. Overall, it was just so weird that they added ingredients that was generally more expensive expensive to buy and add in such a large quantity into this slime than just clay.